What's up, my friends? It's TMX once again. Today, I want to talk to you about the weekend review of Metazoo last week of November 2025. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope everyone ate to their body's capacity. Hope you had a good time. Not a lot of stuff happening this week. It was the holiday. We did have Secret Shadows come out though, so it should have been a little bit more active. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about what's coming up in this next week, a little bit about myself, and then I'll bid you adieu. I'll try to make it quick. No Metazoo Monday this week. Depends how you look at the week, because if you think the week starts on Sunday, we had the end of the tournament, the finals, where I placed three-way tie, fifth place in the tournament. Great hanging around everybody for 2 days. Artists were fantastic. If you think it's, which I usually try to say it starts on Monday. Monday, no Metazoo Monday because people are traveling home. The same people who are the moderators of Metazoo, the Discord, are the same people who are driving the trucks, who are loading the trucks, who are driving people to the airport, who are driving themselves back home, who are getting on airplanes and flying back home, the whole nine. So, a well-needed rest on Monday. A lot of them work other jobs, have day jobs, or other activities that are Metazoo related. I was relieved. I was napping at the time. Honestly, I needed a Metazoo break, because having play tested last week, stayed up to 2 a.m. making a deck between 2 days of conventions. It's just a lot. I needed that break. I took a nap. I was napping the time I woke up. I'm like, oh no, did it happen? I forget. Oh no, it's Monday after a con. So, Secret Shadows dropped. Luckily, Secret Shadows was not playable at the tournament. They didn't allow it, which is great, because old Metazoo would have been like, hey, all the stuff is legal. Go ahead and buy as many boxes as you want. Fill up your decks. Make it ridiculous where people haven't play tested. The judges aren't ready to deal with the new changes because they haven't seen the cards. It would have been a disaster, and it's happened in the past with the old regime. Luckily, they didn't have that. Next week, when the tournament in Virginia, that will be active, is giving us some time. So we've been play testing this week. Been play testing the new set, been ripping the new set. There's people like Chocolate, like Metazoo Crew, like Nerd Propaganda, like Shiny Collectibles, who are all selling the new set. Cardio has not been as quick as the other people, other distributors, giving out the mailing out the set to people who have purchased it. So that's a little bit of an issue. People are kind of waiting to get that so that they can play test, so they can sell it at their shop. I know Kate, for example, has a shop in Oregon and they sell out of the store there. So they haven't got their stuff. They can't buy it. They can't sell it. I know my local shop has not gotten there, so they can't sell it. So it's just a little bit of an issue with cardio in particular, and it's been an ongoing issue with cardio. Let's leave it at that. Mostly like set, it really changes the dynamic how you play the game. I'll do a video about how the game has changed and just gameplay in general, because I think I did a little poll today. It looks like people want to see that. People also wanted to talk about the brooms. There's a broom in the old zoo, very playable. There's a broom in the new zoo, very playable. Why is it a 3-star? I don't know. Kate suggested that the 3-star was so that it could be a little harder to get. Leaves room for some art, so you can get an artist to do a little doodle on it or sketch on that card, and it makes it a little bit more bling worthy. I don't know why it's a 3-star. I think it could have been like a 1-star, common or uncommon, or rare. But it is what it is. I'm not harping about it. Just could have been a slot for something else that would have been more desirable. The casters, there's casters cards as the legendary rares. There's casters. That's something that they asked about in previous Metazoo Mondays, and people were asking about it, and they said that that's something that the majority of people wanted. They did a low poll. People wanted that, so they did it. Now, I did a video previously. I think they should have been spooky. Maybe they were wearing outfits of the cryptid that is their partner to go with the spooky theme. Maybe they're, are decked out in like spooky gear. I know there's no such thing as a perfect set. A set has to do many things for many people. It's just, it seems out of place for that set. And I'll do a whole breakdown and review of Secret Shadows once I get my boxes, hopefully tomorrow from Cardio. What else happened this week? Yeah, it's actually going on right now. You probably could still check it out. Escaped Alien valued person in the community with a lot of people who are in the community. I think Crew's on there. I want to say Laird Worlds was on there. Maybe not. I was just talking with Laird Worlds, so maybe that's just stuck in my mind. But there's a lot of people in the community who are live right now who are hanging out. Just hop in there and just say hi. Try to be a part of those things. That's what's being part of the community. Community is just not ripping packs or selling stuff or just going to the con and getting some free stuff. That's not being part of the community. Being part of the community is the interactions that we have with each other, the relationships that we build with each other to show that we're not just people who come and go, that we're people that belong, who hey, someone's going through a hard time, they are there to talk to. We are, maybe not close friends, but we should be more than just acquaintances or people that pass by in the night. That's what makes a community. So yeah, hop in those things. I hopped in for a second. I had to work tonight. I just finished up, so I hadn't stayed a long time, shorter than I wanted to, but it is what it is. All right, so coming up, we have the tournament of Virginia. I'm going down with Flyer, Collector, Rom Cards, and a couple other people. Hopefully, I get to do some interviews. Definitely gonna play. I'm gonna get smacked, honestly. The set kind of undercooks my current deck. So if I play my current deck, which already only placed 3-way tie for 5th place, so between 5th, 6th, and 7th place, I don't think it'll do well in a tournament where Dark is not legal, where hexing is happening, and there's limiting of influence, and there's banishing, and there's all kinds of stuff. This set is like murder themed, and it is very anti-token, at least in the way that I'm thinking of. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the deck. I'll probably stay up late again this week making the deck. Let's see what it is. All right, other than that, I can't really think of anything. There's low amount of content this week from people. I understand it's Thanksgiving, but the set did just get released, and I understand the set was delayed from a lot of people due to cardio. But hey, there's a lot of cool cards out there. I like to share some once I get them. It changes the game a lot. I know Cryptic Catcher is catching cryptids. I call him Cryptic Catcher because he's a catcher. He's putting a lot of content out there. It's hard to just do that every day. Kind of both strains you a little bit. So I hope he takes a break from it just so he can clear his mind and be able to pick back up when he feels right, because I know he's kind of up in arms with a couple things. Menace put a couple of videos out. They're usually pretty negative recently, and I don't agree with like, hey, if it's not negative, it's the truth. No, it's an opinion. Opinion isn't the truth. Opinion is some version of how someone sees things. And when you're not going to the cons, you're not playing with other people. When you're just collecting, it's not really built for the collector right now. So I tend to navigate away from the videos that aren't talking about the things that I experienced. All right, so I think that's everything that I got so far. Yeah, I don't really think I got anything else. It was cool hanging out with Fran and Pierre and Kate this past week. I've been talking to them a little bit over Discord and over IG. Just cool people. Just happy to have that experience with them this whole weekend, and I'm just happy to have a little bit of a break, especially Thanksgiving and work is kicking my butt and everything else that's going on in the world. So yeah, this week I'm not gonna count Collecticon. I include that with last week. I think it would be facetious or erroneous to include that into this week. I started on Monday, so I'm going to stick with that. Monday through Tuesday was just really buying stuff off of Whatnot. Didn't hit that much. I haven't hit any LRs. I really want that Ariel Speedwagon. So I would have to say it wasn't over here. I think it was between like an 8 and a meh week. I think it was like right here. Maybe a little bit more than than the meh. Because there's not really a lot going on. It should be more hypey being that the Secret Shadows is out. Again, when I'll do a full breakdown as soon as I get it. I've ripped a couple boxes, I think 3 or 4 boxes by now. But I want to rip one more box, do it, have some footage, record it, and just show you different things about it, what I feel about it, how it's going to change the game. I'm nervous on how it's going to change the game. Not that it's going to hurt the game, but Is this more for me to learn and more for me to have to change my current thinking? Because the game's only a year old, and every set kind of reinvents the game, and there's only about maybe 100, 200 players worldwide. So yeah, I think we're moving a little fast on how quickly the game is changing. Especially like you learn the game and then changes again. OP just started last weekend and it's already a third set. The amount of sets are perfect at this point. The amount of changes in the game is scary because it's like I gotta keep up, gotta learn, Especially I'm an MZO, I passed the test. Gotta keep learning, gotta memorize the cards, gotta look at these cards and understand what they mean, because a lot of these cards will say something. I'm just like, what does that even mean? How is this useful? Learning the combinations with defense and offense, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be good. Is it be good? Be good. Do good. Be nice to each other. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, Joe. Peace.